And liftoff.
6 months after the most powerful telescope ever made launched into space.
Something impossible has just happened, in a place we thought we knew like the back of our hand. Between Mars and Jupiter lies a region of space most astronomers call a celestial graveyard, the asteroid belt. A predictable, uneventful band of ancient rock and metal, leftover debris from the formation of our solar system. Stable, mapped, silent, until now, because the James Webb Space Telescope has just spotted something that doesn't belong. And this wasn't another rock. It wasn't drifting. It wasn't dead. It moved with purpose. Before we go any further, hit that like button and subscribe, because what you're about to hear could change how we see our own solar system forever. From nearly 1 million miles away, stationed at the L2 Lagrange point, Webb was performing a routine scan, part of a broader project to map the composition of early solar system material. Nothing unusual, until something appeared. Faint, silent, uncatalogued, no listing in NASA's known registry of comets or near-Earth objects. No matching orbital pattern, just an object moving far too fast, cutting across the asteroid belt with a speed that shouldn't have been possible. But that wasn't even the strange part, because this thing wasn't just reflecting sunlight, it was glowing. Webb's near-infrared camera, NIRCam, detected active infrared emissions, deep spectral light that shouldn't be possible from an unpowered natural body. Then came the spectroscopic data. The surface? Metallic, with signals pointing to exotic compounds not typically found in naturally occurring space objects. No icy jets like a comet, no chaotic tumbling like an asteroid. This object had stability, balance, intent. Its movement wasn't random. It curved, it adapted, it corrected its path mid-flight, like a drone with guidance. Engineers at Mission Control were stunned, because as it plunged deeper into the belt toward increasingly dense fields of rock, it didn't behave like anything they'd seen before. It didn't spiral. It didn't crash. It didn't even flinch. Instead, it flowed, with uncanny precision, dodging obstacles like it knew exactly where they were. Webb tracked it with astonishing clarity, and the deeper it moved, the more impossible it became. Because this object wasn't flying blindly, it was steering. As the object approached Vesta, the second largest body in the asteroid belt, it did something that stopped scientists in their tracks. It paused. No spin, no wobble, no collision course. It hovered in place. And then slowly, deliberately, it began to rotate. But not chaotically, not like debris tumbling in zero gravity. This was smooth, balanced, controlled, like it was scanning. Back on Earth, Mission Control erupted. This wasn't a coincidence. This wasn't physics. This was behavior. No known object, natural or artificial, had ever moved like this through the asteroid belt. The trajectory? Too clean. The stabilization? Too refined. And the rotation, almost like it was looking for something. Attempts to track the object from ground-based observatories failed. Their resolution just couldn't match Webb's sensitivity. But Webb kept recording. And what it found next made things even stranger. The infrared glow wasn't a fluke, it persisted. The object was emitting heat, not from friction, not from sunlight, from within. Even more bizarre, some areas of the surface were brighter than others, flashing in what looked like short, rhythmic pulses. Webb's instruments picked it up clearly. Structured bursts, not random, not natural, a pattern. Energy being released in pulses, intentional ones. This wasn't just a rock emitting radiation. This was a controlled signal. And then it began to move again, not away from danger, not toward any gravitational pull, but up, out of the solar plane. The asteroid belt, orbits like everything else in the solar system, are flat. Planets, moons, comets, they all move within the ecliptic plane. This object didn't care. It ascended, effortlessly, like a ship taking off. And just like that, the tone changed. This wasn't just strange anymore. It was impossible. With the object now breaking free of the solar plane, scientists scrambled for answers. But what came next didn't bring clarity. It shattered assumptions. Webb's near-infrared spectrograph locked on and captured its material signature. And what it revealed didn't belong anywhere in the natural universe. Some compounds resembled synthetic polymers, similar to materials we manufacture on Earth, but with molecular arrangements far too complex to form spontaneously. Others emitted microwave radiation, spiking at energy levels not consistent with thermal decay or natural outgassing. These emissions weren't random heat signatures, they were controlled. And the surface? Not uniform, not weathered like an asteroid. Instead, Webb saw layers, interlocking textures, some reflective, some opaque, some strangely semi-transparent. It was a patchwork of purpose-built sections, almost like panels. Some absorbed heat, others reflected it. Some appeared to redirect it. It wasn't passive, it was reacting to its environment. Even more alarming, these layers were arranged in patterns, not like rock strata, not from geological formation, but like components. And it didn't stop there. In specific regions, Webb detected geometric structuring, flat planes, sharp angles, symmetry. There was no chaos, no erosion, no signs of impacts or random shaping over billions of years. This wasn't sculpted by time, it was built. Every texture, every segment, every radiation profile suggested a level of intentional design, a system meant to control energy, not just survive in space. Webb's data lit up with anomalies, highly absorptive coatings in specific frequencies, radiation redirection signatures, consistent infrared pulse timing every cycle matching the last to within milliseconds. And by now, one fact was inescapable. This was not a comet. This was not an asteroid. This was not a fragment from the birth of the solar system. It was engineered, deliberately, precisely, silently. And whatever created it did so with an understanding of space, motion, and energy far beyond our own. By now, Webb was tracking the object at the very edge of its visual range, just before it passed beyond the asteroid belt into the darker reaches of the outer solar system. But then, right as it approached the boundary of Vesta's gravitational influence, the object did something that no natural body has ever done. It stopped again, just for a moment, and then it tilted. Not drifted, not spun from momentum. It rotated, with control. Then, without warning, Webb's sensors recorded something that sent shockwaves through mission control. A burst of light, but not a flare, not a reflection, not thermal bleed. This was pure energy, clean, concentrated, directional. A sudden, deliberate pulse emitted from the rear of the object. There was no chemical exhaust, no ion trail, no debris. Just a brief, focused discharge that registered as a spike in electromagnetic energy, strong enough to alter the object's course. And in that moment, everything changed. The object didn't just continue forward, it climbed, again, up, out of the orbital plane, and deeper into the unknown. It adjusted itself, not as a reaction to gravity, but as if responding to a pre-calculated path. This wasn't momentum, it was navigation. And Webb, despite being pushed to the limit, captured it all. The pulse, the pivot, the disappearance. Then silence. The object faded beyond angle limits, outpacing Webb's ability to track its heat signature. But what it left behind wasn't just emptiness. It was a footprint, a record burned into the instruments of the most advanced telescope humanity has ever built. A trace of movement that defied physics, defied engineering, and, more than anything, defied explanation. And suddenly, every model we'd ever trusted about how things move in space fell apart. The moment Webb lost sight of the object, the shockwaves were immediate and profound. Within hours, observatories worldwide scrambled to review decades of archived sky surveys. Telescopes, both space-based and ground observatories, began reprocessing data with fresh eyes, using new algorithms tuned to detect low reflectivity, high-velocity anomalies. What was once dismissed as noise was now the focus of intense scrutiny. Had this visitor really been passing through, unnoticed? For how long? The asteroid belt, a region long thought to be well mapped and understood, became a new frontier of mystery overnight. At NASA, ESA, and other international agencies, emergency meetings convened. New mission proposals flooded in. Dedicated deep space anomaly detectors, AI-enhanced sky monitoring, and enhanced near-infrared spectroscopic overlays were fast-tracked. But beyond the technical scramble, a deeper question gripped the scientific community. Was this object natural, or something else entirely? If artificial, what did that mean for humanity's place in the cosmos? Physicists, mathematicians, biologists, and philosophers joined astronomers in the conversation. The implications weren't just about objects in space. They touched on the very nature of life, intelligence, and existence itself. No longer was this just an astronomical curiosity. It was a cosmic turning point. And while scientists debated, one fact remained clear. This was a silent observer passing through our solar system, not to greet us, not to warn us, but to watch, and possibly to test. The strange rhythmic pulses, the flawless navigation, the engineered materials, all suggested one chilling possibility. The object wasn't sending a message in words. It was sending a message in presence. A message that said, "We know you're here, we're watching, and when you're ready, you will understand." What unsettles scientists most isn't just what the object is, it's why it was here, and why it showed itself now. No signals, no messages, no communication attempts, just a silent, calculated journey through our solar system. It wasn't trying to warn us, it wasn't trying to greet us, it was simply observing. Imagine a cosmic-scale experiment where we are the test subjects, the environment, not the observers. The rhythmic pulses, not random noise. Mathematical harmonies, patterns echoing universal constants, almost musical. This wasn't background static, it was intentional. Could this object be a probe, an ancient sentinel left behind by an intelligence so advanced it operates on a timescale beyond human comprehension? If so, why reveal itself now? Perhaps it calculated when we'd be capable of seeing it. Not too soon to avoid confusion, not too late when it would be forgotten. This discovery forces us to confront uncomfortable questions. Are we truly alone in the cosmos? Or are we simply on the cusp of understanding something much greater? A civilization not limited by planets or stars, but woven into the very fabric of space and time. The implications ripple far beyond astronomy, physics, biology, philosophy. Every discipline must reconsider its foundations, because this silent visitor suggests something profound. The universe is alive with secrets, and we've just glimpsed one. As the world absorbed the magnitude of this discovery, space agencies shifted into high gear. Missions once planned for decades ahead were suddenly fast-tracked. Telescopes were retasked, new observatories designed. Scientists around the globe collaborated like never before, pooling data, sharing insights, racing to decode what Webb had revealed. The question wasn't just scientific anymore, it was existential. What did this object mean for humanity's place in the cosmos? For our understanding of life, intelligence, and the universe's destiny? Could this be the first undeniable proof of something beyond us? A glimpse of civilizations that had mastered cosmic engineering, that bent the fabric of reality to their will. As NASA and ESA poured resources into this investigation, private companies and researchers launched independent efforts, AI-driven sky surveys, deep space anomaly trackers, and advanced spectroscopic analyses. Every tool we have was being brought to bear on this one question. Are we truly alone? And more than that, what comes next? Because this discovery doesn't just open a door, it swings it wide open, and the universe is waiting. We are standing at a threshold, a moment where everything we thought we understood about the universe is being rewritten. The James Webb Space Telescope didn't just glimpse distant galaxies or ancient stars. It revealed a visitor, silent, precise, and enigmatic, moving through our cosmic backyard with purpose. Whether this object is natural or engineered, it forces us to ask, what else lies hidden in the vast darkness of space? What secrets await discovery beyond our current reach? More than ever, humanity must look up with curiosity, courage, and an open mind, because the universe is not silent. It's alive with whispers, messages encoded in light, time, and motion. And now, it's our turn to listen. So, what do you think? Was this mysterious visitor a cosmic miracle? A message from an ancient intelligence? Or something completely beyond our imagination? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this journey into the unknown sparked your curiosity, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because this story is just beginning. And the universe, it's waiting for us.